Good night, world. This is Ivan Omer here again. This is going to be another video in this very interesting Ivan's Listening series. Hope you guys enjoyed my video yesterday where I talked about the process of the Great Escape movie. I thought it'd be cool to talk about the Great Escape. But at the end of the day, even though all my five movies will be amazing, Zanus is a special one. Zanus is the movie where I'm most excited for, obviously. I have one movie you most excited to film. The movie I'm most excited to film is Last of Zanus. Because Last of Zanus, I'm going to build the wall of the north, the south. You also have the cursed devil beings: Eratat, Fool his son, Morale the general, Bull the pit watcher, Master Bastard demon servants, Darius the blacksmith, crows, Ephesus, the devil king bat of the mountains, of the Gilead mountains, right? Imagine applying it on the screen. You have Eratat, who's the king of the south, and you have Ephesus, who's the king bat of the mountains in the south. So the south is Eratat's territory, obviously, and then the mountains, the western Gilead mountains, that's Ephesus' territory. And him and his army, him and his bat army, they live in the ancient Gilead city, the cursed caverns, like more. You have like a pillared city. In the book, I mentioned there's pillars in the ancient Gilead city. So think something like Moria, except better, except it looks more like a cave, obviously. But it's something like Moria, and it's better quality once you go off Lord of the Rings because I'm pouring unheard of money towards set building and the IMAX cameras and especially CGI technology. I'm gonna I'm actually gonna build like a 1 acre mountain. I'm gonna build a huge mountain. Remember that picture I showed you on YouTube? I'm gonna build a huge mountain for the Western Gilead mountain, and a mountain that can fit 5,000 people. You build like trees, mosses. It's like the mossy mountains. Obviously, you build a waterfall. You have this huge. I'm gonna build a huge cavern. And we go out when the 5,000 journey with Takeouts and all them, and his cousins and his Southerns, like journey through in the Kurski's mountains. It looks something unheard of for my movie, man. And that's why my last one says this movie would be the best story ever told in motion picture, man. Better than even Lord Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. Trust me, you guys think I'm crazy, but once you read my book, you'll finally see what I mean. Last of Us is the best fantasy story ever told in motion picture. You might hear some noise upstairs because I'm making the video around 10 o'clock, and there's people are watching some Christian sermons upstairs, so you might hear the noise. I thought of waiting till like early in the morning when everyone's sleeping, but I didn't want to wait. Hence why I chose to make it at this time, obviously. See what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hence why I'm so excited in spite of these keys, even though these keys are really annoying, and I don't, you know what I'm saying, it takes, I have anxiety and all stuff. I'm really, really excited. In spite of my keys, obviously, I'm excited for the last Hope for Zanus movie project. That's something crazy. Now, I'll be starting Skysons with VJ probably around, I don't know, 2025 around there. We should be harder. 2025, 2026 around there. Me and VJ, because there's a bit of a delay. 2025, 2026 around there, I should be starting hard at work in the office, starting Skysons with my wife, obviously. And Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson, and whoever's hired, right? And George Lucas will be consulting. I'll pay George $120,000 to consult. Pay him $30,000 a year. Before I said $350K, that's too much. You're being way too generous. Pay George $30,000 a year to consult. The reason why I want George consulting is because I don't. George Lucas owned his own Lucasfilm company, independent from Hollywood. And so when I start my company, I need someone to help guide me, consult with me, obviously. Okay, Ivan, this is what you need to do. You have him help me out with some of the the business side of things with the company, as well as the creation. Have him consult. Obviously, he can also help Peter Jackson too, because George Lucas owns his own company, and he's the best man to consult. Have him even help Peter Jackson, the 7 team out. I'm gonna put him to work. Look, man, you don't have to do much work. All you have to do is just consult, help out the 7 team, sit next to them, help out the 7 team. George Lucas will be a part of all my board meetings. He'll be consulting. And you pay him $30,000 a year for the 4 years, and you pay for his hotel and his feeding. So you pay for his hotel and feeding, obviously. But if he wants to fly down there, he has to pay for his own flight because he's a billionaire. Because he's so rich, he's worth like $7 billion. You're paying for your own flights, obviously. He only has to pay for his flight whenever me and VJ settle for in 2 months in Vancouver. George Lucas will have to pay for his own flight, obviously, And when he flies down to Vancouver early the first year, he has to pay for his own flights. When he flies down to Switzerland the third year, I'll have him flown with a crewman, obviously. As well as when filming ends, I'll have him fly with everyone else. But when he comes to Vancouver, when we're about to start the process of skies, he has to pay for his own flights. And when he comes to Vancouver during the 2 months, he has to pay for his own flights. Because you're a billionaire, you're paying for one, but I'll pay for his hotel. I'll have George stay at a nice like $2,000, $3,000 a night hotel, obviously. So I'm gonna have Peter Jackson and all them stay in nice ass hotels, but not luxury hotels. Like a nice, like I don't know, $2,500, $3,000 a night hotel. I'm gonna tell the 17 don't rent any more. Don't rent a hotel any more than $3,000. $3,000 is the highest you can go for a hotel. And have Peter Jackson let them stay in nice $3,000, easily affordable. Have them stay in nice $3,000, $2,500, $2,000 night hotel. A nice bed, a nice flat screen TV, nice bathroom, nice kitchen, all that stuff. Obviously, and you pay for their feeding. You see what I'm saying? You pay for their feeding. And that's the amazing life me and VJ are going to live. I'm going to keep saying this. After filming's finished, there's a high chance me, VJ, Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson, obviously, whoever's chosen, obviously, whoever's hired, and my two scripted works and high production will be going on that world tour, man. Because Zayas is the best. Because it's an Ivan movie and an Ivan and VJ movie, and Zayas is like the best story ever told. And every time the devil, the walking devil himself on screen, he feasts his devil bandit mountains, the wolf army, devil bat army, the demon crows, the curse of answers to sell, guaranteed unheard technology for horror, world building, and action scenes. It's guaranteed. Me, VJ, the actors, the main actors, Peter Jackson, the two script developers. I'm gonna bring my head of production with me because I need someone to handle all the schedules. We're gonna be going on that world tour, man. In Hollywood, they don't go on a world tour. In Hollywood, they go on like Hollywood, they do go on the world tour. But they don't. It's nothing on the level of my movie. As the whole world's going crazy for my movie. Hence why me and VJ are gonna go on that world tour with the actors. All over Canada, all over America, all over Europe, China, Japan, New Zealand, Australia. It's been crazy, man. And if we do, if my secretaries get calls, my secretaries are pretty much my managers, right? If my secretaries get calls from people, from the organizers, and the actors' agent gets called, I'll tell the actors, look, man, if we go on this world tour, all your expenses are paid for. You're gonna stay in a nice $2,000 a night hotel, $2,500, $3,000 a night hotel. I'm gonna tell John Favreau and Nick Filoni when I get my card, don't go any higher than $3,000 for the hotels. Otherwise, you don't want to be stupid with your money. $3,000 in a hotel is good enough. It's a nice ass hotel. And I'm going to have them try to find a hotel that has a pool and like a jacuzzi. That way the actors can go swimming and all stuff if they want to go swimming and all stuff. See what I'm saying? And you pay for our limo services. The gas for the jet, we have to pay for the gas for the jet. And we have to pay for the actors feeding. Buffet. The best way to do it is the best way to feed them well is to have a buffet, obviously. Sometimes I might just order a bunch of pizza or something like that. But most of the times I'm gonna have John Favreau and Nick Filoni have a buffet for the actors. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That way the actors are all well fed, obviously. But if the actors want to get their own clothes during the world tour, they want to, what I'm saying, if they want to see a movie on theaters, if they want to go have a beer downstairs at the bar in the hotel, they have to pay for they have to pay with their own money. I'm not paying for them. You're already rich, and I pay you your millions of dollars that you can easily afford to get. You can your $250,000 royalty check, obviously, for the postal sales, and you can easily get your own nice clothes. Which they guarantee these actors are going to get nice clothes. There's a good chance they're going to go to the stores and buy some nice shoes and some nice clothes for themselves. Because they got a fat check in the bank. Yeah, they got paid a lot of money. They're already rich, these actors, but like I pay them their millions of dollars. That's why they're definitely going to buy clothes during the world tour, most likely. Obviously. So I'm going to bring my head of production with me, and my head of production will handle all the scheduling for me. And yeah, you need someone to handle all the schedules for you when you go on that tour, obviously. And I'll have John Favreau and Dave Filoni take care of the money side of things. Okay, John, Dave, here's my card. Here's me and VJ's business card. Every time when we land in this city, okay, find a nice hotel, obviously. Not a luxury hotel, but a nice hotel. a nice $3,000 night hotel room. Book all the rooms for the actors, yourselves, and me and my wife, and Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Peter Jackson, obviously, right? And pay for our limo services, obviously, because you need give the actors a good experience. Have me, VJ, and the actors taking on limo wherever we go. When the actors want to go out to all these places, they'll be, whenever we drive to all these places, the limo driver will take me, my wife, and Peter, and all the actors, the restaurant, all that stuff. You pay for our limo services, obviously. You're gonna have to pay for gas for the jet, obviously. That costs us a lot of money, as well as you have to feed the actors. And high chance I'm gonna be doing a lot of parties with the actors too. I don't know. We have a party in my hotel room. You have all the actors come to me and VJ's hotel room, because for me and VJ, I'll tell John probably for me and VJ, you can rent a more top notch hotel for me and VJ because we're the boss. For me and VJ, you can rent a nice like $6,000 a night hotel for me and VJ, a nice hotel. Whereas the actors and all of them and yourselves rent a cheaper hotel, like a $3,000, $2,500 a night hotel, which is good. It's a nice hotel, obviously, right? And guaranteed me and Reach are gonna have a lot of parties with the actors during the world tour. If we go on that, it's not guaranteed. I'm not saying I'm gonna guarantee I'm gonna go, but I guarantee you we're gonna go on that world tour. Because Zane's is an amazing story, and it's an Ivan and VJ movie. The whole world's going crazy about it, but it's all behind the scenes. It's not in the public eye. It won't be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It won't be on the news. It's all behind the scenes. And she's looking at something crazy. And fans are guaranteed going to take pictures and videos. It's going to be trying. You're going to see me cracking jokes. VJ cracking jokes. Peter Jackson, the actors talking. Yeah. You guys are going to feel like shit. And it's finally going to hit your minds. Oh my God, I can't believe we chose Ida and VJ's bullshit sex over their glory. Yeah. It's finally going to hit your minds. Oh my God, we made the wrong choice. Ida and VJ's glory is so much better than this rip-off bullshit sex. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like when you watch porn, you're turned on, but like Ivan's VJ spirit ran away. You jack off for what? For 3 minutes, you're done. We chose that worthless video over Ida VJ's glory, eternal glory. But yeah, man, you guys are repping people. See what I'm saying? You guys are going to be feel like shit, obviously. There's a high chance Jeff Bezos will come with me too. I can have either him or one of the Amazon C. You can have like one or two of the Amazon front office come with you. Considering that you're distributors, you can have. You don't have to have them come, but like if Jeff Bezos wants to, hey, look, man, if you want to come with me on the world tour, you're more than welcome to come. Obviously, I told you, if Jeff Bezos wants to come on a world tour with me, I can even have the Amazon CEOs come on my jet. They can fly with me, obviously, but the Amazon CEOs have to pay for their own hotel. I'm not paying for their hotel, man. I'm not paying. Look, man, I gave you your 40%. You made your money off the posters. You guys have to pay for your own hotel. I'm not paying for your rooms. I'll pay for if they want to fly with me on my jet, they can fly with me on my jet, or Jeff Bezos can take his own jet and fly them if he wants to. But I don't mind having like one of the CEOs come on my jet, but the CEO has to pay for his own hotel, man. Because those Amazon CEOs are lower. Those guys are really, really rich. Look, man, you're paying for your own hotel. I'm not paying for you. Because you got your 40%. You got your billions of dollars off the posters and mugs and the movie sales. And you're paying for your own hotel. I'm not paying for your rooms. Yeah. And Jeff Bezos will most likely be coming with me. Or not. We'll see what happens. There's a good chance he'll want to come because he doesn't want to be left behind. He wants to be saved. Obviously. And Jeff Bezos and the Amazon CEOs are more than welcome to watch production too. Good chance they will watch. There's a good chance Jeff Bezos and the Amazon CEOs will watch some production. They might not watch the whole thing, but there's a good chance they're going to watch some production because they don't want to be left behind. They want to be part of the experience. And if Jeff Bezos wants to come and watch production, he's more than welcome. The Amazon CEOs are more than welcome to watch production. But that's what I'm saying. But they have to what? They have to pay for their own flights. I'm not paying for them, obviously. But I'll pay for their trailers. I'll have a nice trailer for them to sleep. They can get the buffet, all that stuff. They're 3 beers, but they have to pay for their own flights. I'm not paying for their flights, man. Because you guys, I gave you guys your nice 40%. You're paying for your own flights. I'm not paying for you. Hence why these Hollywood actors, shows from Zanes, are gonna beg their asses off. This has been crazy, man. Ivy, man, your company's so top notch. I had a blast. I had a blast being part of that buzz during the 4 years, the world tour, the luxury tour party. You know what I'm saying? The red carpet event, being featured on your ads, the commercials. Yeah, man, something crazy. Yeah, man. That's why means you're gonna be living the life. Obviously, that's why I'm the most excited for Zanus. I'm excited for Zanus and the Great Escape movie the most out of all my 5 movies. I'm excited for They're Unique. You know what I'm saying? The Him Valiant movie, the West Coast, but I'm most excited for The Great Escape and then The Last of Zanus. Especially Last of Zanus. The Last of Zanus, man. The Last of Zanus looks like an amazing movie for that, man. You're gonna see me, I'm a badass warrior in the movie. I have a sword. Because Takis has a long sword, right? It looks like top notch. And I'm actually gonna follow a good chunk of what I wrote, a good like 70% of the story. I'm gonna make a few changes to the story for to make the movie better, obviously. But for example, in the book, Eratet has a big axe, whereas in the movie, I might have Eratet have a sword. You see what I'm saying? I might have Eratet have a sword, right? I might have Eratet have a sword in the movie. I'll see. I'll have the wolves have like swords, axes, and like spikes. Something like that. Sword, axes, and spikes in the movie. I'll have Eratet have like a long sword. The Fool has a long sword, whereas in the books they have an axe. So I might make a few changes. In the book, Taki's eyes glow blue. Obviously, I don't want to spoil the story for you. Taki's eyes glow blue. Obviously, whereas in the movie, I'm not going to have his eyes glow blue. That's kind of silly, obviously. In the movie, I might have Taki's pupils change color instead of glowing blue. So he has brown eyes, and then his pupils change color to blue. You do something like that. Eratet has like eyes glow red in the book, whereas in the movie I might have his pupils change color. That way it's better. It's better because having your eyes glowing blue would be kind of silly on the screen. There's a few changes I'm gonna make in the movie, obviously. The action sequences are not going to be exactly the way I describe it in the book. For the movie, I can me Peter Jackson can make up our own action sequences. You see what I'm saying? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the stuntmen help choreograph the action sequences. The war also. Hey, look, man, I want you guys helping out Peter Jackson, assistant director, choreograph the war and the action sequences. That way you get top-notch battle sequences and top-notch battle sequences in the movie. It was something top-notch, yeah, man. Oh my god, when you have everything planned, you know, yeah, man, I have everything planned. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. And when me and VJ take our year off, after we plan Skies with George Lucas, I'm also going to have me and VJ plan out the story of Zanus too. We won't have to do that much planning because for Zanus we have a foundation. We can just follow the book. But I'm going to have VJ help me plan out the story. Okay, this is my ideas for all these scenes and the middle of the movie, the end. But yeah, I'm not helping. She'll help me because I say to us. We can hire that same person and have them type out. That way, when we start Skyscrapers and we hire our directors, we can do the board meetings and we plan out the story. Plan out the story, obviously, and then we start writing the script. So for the first couple of days, we will do board meetings, and then like the fourth day, we will immediately start writing the script. Me, the two scriptwriters, and Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson, we will start co-writing the script, the amazing Last of Zanus sacred script. And you're looking at like a 500 to 600 page script, man. Something long, man. Something long in Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings had about like a 350 something page script. For my movie, you're looking at like 450, 500 page script, man. 600 pages for Master of Zanus' story. Because I'm going to add a lot of details in the movie, man. I'm going to add more scenes with Eratet, more scenes with Familia. I might add more scenes with Familia, Eratet's wife. Was in the book, Familia is very, very minor. I might add a few more scenes with Familia when she's pregnant with a fool. I don't want to spoil the story for you. You know what I'm saying? Add more details. The prologue in my book is a little rushed. I'm gonna add some more details in the prologue with Takis the First. For the first like 50 minutes of the movie will be about Takis the First, man. That's why I'm paying. He's the key to the plot. That's why I'm paying Idris Elba the most money out of all the actors. Ivan, like he's more minor. Yeah, he's more minor, but he's a key to the plot, man. That's why he's so important for the role. That's why I'm paying him the most because he's a key to the plot of the whole story. Pay him the most money. Pay him $12 million. Pay him even 12.5. I'll pay him more. Pay him like a nice 12.5 million for the role. Which is like, I don't know, which is like I don't know, 9.7 million American. I think Idris Elba lives in America. I don't know where he lives, but he'll be making after the race. He's making like $9.7 million around there, $9 million around there, right? Which is a nice paycheck for more of a minor role. The actor of Taxi First is a star, like because he's like in the first like 45 minutes of the movie, but after that you don't see him until the end of Volume 3. Obviously, pay Idris Elba a nice like $12.5 million for the role. That way he works harder for you. You want to get on her acting for him, pay him a lot of money, pay him a nice $12.5 million for the role. And he also gets his commercial money. He gets his $60,000 for the commercial. He gets his $250,000 for the royalties, for the postal sales and the re-release, which is a good deal, obviously. And if he wants more money, if he gets greedy, I'm like, look, man, you're a minor character. You're a pretty minor character. I'm not paying you any more than $12.5 million. That's good enough. Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So for my Last of Us movie, I will be what? I'll be hiring two directors, like I say usually. Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson will be competing for the directing job, the co-writing job, and the executive producing job, and they'll be given full power for my movie. So Peter Jackson's hired. I'm like, look, man, when you sign this contract, you are the boss of the movie. The only people who are the boss of you are me and VJ. Obviously, but I told you, me and VJ are barely focused on the business. We're more focused on the creative. I focus on the business. I'll be signing all the contracts and all that stuff, obviously. But me and VJ are only going to make the calls for the main stuff, and that's it. 17 handles all the business. They're my co-assistant producers, obviously. Whereas me and VJ are more focused on the creative, like practicing our lines, all that stuff. I told you, I don't have any directing experience. You know what I'm saying? Hence why I'd rather hire a director who knows what he's doing, who's directed big budget movies. Like Peter Jackson directed Lord of the Rings. Mel Gibson directed Passion of Christ. Those guys I've directed movies, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, you directed movies, you know what you're doing. I hire a director who knows what he's doing. Right? I'm willing to pay Peter Jackson $75 million. And because Peter Jackson's in New Zealand money isn't worth as much as Canadian money. So in New Zealand dollar, he's making like $78 million or something like that. Because New Zealand money is not worth as much Canadian or American money. And $75 million, he's making like $78 million in New Zealand money, obviously, right? Because he lives in New Zealand, Peter Jackson. So I'm going to pay Peter Jackson $75 million. It's a nice paycheck. That's $40+ million in your bank. A $10 million sign-on and a fat $65 million at the start of production for the 9 months. Hence, Peter Jackson will obviously what? He will work his ass off for me. Because even though the 9 months is grueling work, Peter Jackson is getting a nice check. He's getting a multi-million-dollar check every 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? Peter Jackson's getting like a multi-million-dollar check every 2 weeks for what he's filming during the 9 months. Plus, he's getting spoiled with a luxury buffet, and he gets his $10 million sign-ons for the 3 years of pre-production, which is a nice deal. Obviously, it's $10 million for pre-production is a nice deal. You get like $5.6 million in your bank for help me co-write the script, the concept arts, help me engage with the business calls, and consulting with the 17. And it's Peter Jackson, Peter Jackson will what? He will work his ass off for me, obviously. Mel Gibson is willing to pay him $50 million, a $10 million sign-ons, and $40 million start production, and he'll be doing the same duties as Peter Jackson. And he gets spoiled, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. And I told you, Peter Jackson's agent's greedy and he wants a piece of my royalties or he wants more money. I'm not going any higher than $75 million. That's good enough. And I'm not giving you a piece of the merch or the movie sales. No way. You're not getting a piece of royalties. Zero. Yeah, you're big, hence why I'm paying a lot of money, but you're not worth me VJ's royalties. If he wants $100 million, I'm not paying him $100 million. That's crazy. I'm not paying him $80 million. I'm not paying him $9 million. That's crazy. As $75 million is good enough. You're walking away with $40+ million in your bank. It's a good deal. And you get your $2 million for the re-release. And Mel Gibson gets his $2 million for the re-release, which is a good deal. And so those guys will work their ass off for me. You're gonna see, you're gonna watch, all you Lord of the Rings fans, you're gonna watch the Lord of the Rings documentary, 25+ years ago, whatever it is, right? 26+ years ago. You're gonna see, you're gonna compare, you're gonna watch Peter Jackson, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, obviously. And then you're gonna watch Peter Jackson in my movie. You're gonna see, oh my God, Peter Jackson looks so much more happy in Ivan's movie. and he's working his ass off. Even he's working double harder than what he even did in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, because I paid him an unheard amount of money. Well, Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson got a piece of the profits, obviously, but for his salary, I heard he only got like $10 million per movie or something like that. He got like $10 million, $10 million for the 3 movies or per movie. I don't know. I heard he got like $30 million or something like that for the movie, or he got 10. I don't remember. But he got a piece of profits. But because he was a dirty slave in Hollywood, yeah, he worked his ass off. Because I gave him his freedom and I'm spoiling the shit out of him more than even what Hollywood's spoiling him, he's gonna work harder for me, obviously. Yeah, Ivan, you gave me my freedom. I'm free. I'm making a lot of money and I'm free, which is a good feeling, obviously. Plus, I'm spoiling him with limo drivers, staying at a nice hotel, his buffet every day, and so he'll work harder for me. Partying up in my condo, partying up in my yacht, and he'll work harder for me, obviously. The takeouts, right? Yeah. As Peter Jackson will be a part of all my takeouts the first year. With the so when I take out the people who are seeing the extras, the head chefs and all of them, the nutritionist and trainer, Peter Jackson will be a part of all those takeouts, which is nice. And it will be a part of the parties at my condo, the yacht, all that stuff. Yeah, man, the yacht parties the first year, and he'll be a part of the takeouts the second year with the actors too. And then once he's met all the actors, I'll send him home, obviously. And then the third year, he'll be flown to Switzerland with the rest of the crew, and they're gonna prep everything, begin prepping everything in what in Switzerland. I might have some of the crewmen flown later the second year. That way, they have more time to prep, obviously. I might fly the construction crewmen towards the end of the second year. That way, they have more time to build sets. I might do that. At 17, we're gonna be hard at work and have to make all those calls. Renting all the jets for the 1,500 crewmen, right? To be flown to Switzerland, you have to make those calls. Flying everything to Switzerland. The cameras, the equipment for the cameras, the CGI, blue screen, green screen, the food, the kitchen equipment, the trailers. You have to ship all that to Switzerland. A lot of work, man. The portable bathrooms, obviously, right? The portable bathrooms, the portable showers, as you have to have the crewmen take a shower, obviously. Remember those pictures I showed you, those portable showers? You're going to have to lease up hundreds of those for the crewmen to take a shower. Peter Jackson will take a shower, obviously. As Peter Jackson, all of them won't be staying in a hotel the third year. No, the third year, they're all going to be sleeping in trailers. Rent nice brand new trailers in the sleep. They're going to be sleeping in trailers. You're going to have to rent out portable showers for them to take a shower. Yeah. All the crewmen are going to have to what? Take a shower, obviously. Take a shower. Yeah. The second year, the people overseeing the actors are going to be flown to Switzerland. They're going to be staying in a hotel. You got the 7 team has to pay for all that, make those calls. And they're going to have to do the signs for the 6,000 extras. Yeah, give them their cards. That way they get paid. As I'm going to put $600,000 towards a super advanced payment system for my company. You type in the person's salary, and on this specific day, the money goes straight in his account, obviously. So when Peter Jackson signs that fat contract, within the next couple of days, the money gets wired into his account, like a direct deposit. Something super advanced. You ever see, I don't know, $5.6 million. Peter Jackson gets his fat check, and he'll start helping me and VJ writing the script. Co-writing the script, helping me and the two scrubbers write the script, obviously. The amazing Last of Us script. It doesn't top notch. And Mel Gibson too, if he's hired, whoever's hired, obviously. And don't forget, I'm putting $10 million towards my documentary. And you're looking at a revolution technology for my documentary. My documentary will have special effects, man. Hey, man, put special effects in the documentary for slow motion, even special effects around Vancouver, the city, yeah. You know, remember the movie Naomi Eli's No Kisses? Well, think of like a documentary like that, man. With special effects, yeah, man. Something unheard of. No documentary has been made like that, man. With special effects, I'm putting like, I don't know, $2 million, a couple $1 million towards specials for my doc. It's looking like an independent movie, man. Yeah, something top notch. Right, something top notch, obviously. So let's go back to the duties. So Peter Jackson, his duties. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have board meetings, obviously. Me, my wife, 17, Peter Jackson, whoever, or my Gibson, whoever's hired, right? We're gonna have board meetings and we're gonna discuss to plan out the story, obviously. Okay, this is what I want to happen in Volume 1. This is what I want to happen in the middle of the movie, Volume 2. This is what I want to happen in the end in Volume 3, obviously. Okay, Peter, you know what I'm saying? I think it's best if that Airtet has a sword instead of an axe. That way you get more coordination with your fighting. I don't want Tacti's eyes glowing blue. I want his pupils to change color, like change blue. You know what I'm saying? Aratat's eyes don't glow red. I think that's kind of silly. Have his what? Have his pupils change color. That way it translates better on screen. You can do something like that. I'm saying. Okay, let's have the stuntman help us choreograph the action sequences for the battle sequences and the war. The way you get an amazing war. Think of a war better than Helm's Deep, man. Remember that Helm's Deep battle in Lord of the Rings? Think of a war better than that for the end of the movie, man. The end of the movie war. Think of something crazier than that. 25,000 Wolf Army, 50,000 Zany Army, yeah. The Crows, something crazy, yeah, man. Obviously, something unheard of. When you see the war, you're gonna be like, "Holy shit, this war looks epic." Yeah, it looks something crazy. Obviously, you see what I'm saying? We discuss obviously. Okay, Peter. Okay, Peter, John Favreau, Dave Filoni. I'm saying the assistant director. I don't know Guillermo del Toro. Obviously, he might be the chosen assistant director. Okay, guys, I don't want Aratat to be a PG-13 wolf. Yeah, you have full creative power, Peter. But I want to have some. I have a lot of power in the console arts because I don't want anyone ruining my story. Obviously, Xanax is my baby. I don't want anyone to ruin that story. Obviously, okay. I don't want Aratat. Okay, I want Aratat and the wolves to have human features. They're wolves, they're master wolves, but they have human features. I don't want them looking like a werewolf on four legs, or looking like a werewolf, and I don't want them, being wolves on four legs, otherwise you're looking at a flop. If you have Eritaz as a wolf on four legs, you're looking at a flop, man. A fucking flop. Once we do the meetings, we begin, I'll have my book right beside me, and what? And we'll begin writing the script. What I'm gonna do, when me and Vijay take our 8 months off, our year off after we plan Skyscrapers with George Lucas, I'm gonna study the Fellowship of the Ring script with VJ. Hey VJ, let's study the Fellowship of the Ring script. Obviously, that way we have some good ideas for the movie. Yeah, I'll help you when we study the Fellowship of the Ring script and we plan our ideas for the story. That way, when we hire a director in 17, we're well prepped for writing the script. Obviously, that way I'm well prepped for writing the script, and I'll have my book right beside me, and then Peter Jackson. Obviously, and two shows will be with me in the office, and we're going to begin co-writing the script, obviously. I already know how I want my movie to start. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to shut my camera here.